Welcome to my workshop, situated in
Desenzano.
on the shores of the wonderful Lake Garda. This is a place where I feel most at home in the whole world, the place where my creations, my babies, are born. Starting from a simple hand sketch on a piece of paper up to the finished product, the finished instrument. We're talking about musical instruments, in this case, guitars. What I find fascinating in building guitars is the use of what I consider the most amazing raw material of all, wood. Why do I find wood the most fascinating material in the world? Because I think wood is very similar to people. Every single piece of wood contains scars, specific traits, smells, perfumes. By touching a piece of wood, it's possible to understand if the plant has suffered or has had a good life, a short or long life. It is thanks to its experiences that every piece of wood will be able to emphasize different frequencies and sounds, and will have cosmetic differences that will be more appealing to some musicians and some to others. Wood has a lot to teach us. Just think that the best instruments, the ones that give the best results in the world, are made by mixing them together and creating a synergy with essences from all over the world. We don't do this often enough. Every single piece of wood has technical qualities that are specific to each part of the instrument. So it's fascinating to think that a keyboard is usually made with ebony coming from Africa, back and sides from South American woods, and in my case, my instrument's soundboards are spruce from Val di Fiemme in Italy. So the union of wood from all different sides of the earth creates an ensemble that is much stronger than one might think. The soundboard is the soul of the instrument. My instrument soundboards are made almost exclusively with spruce. Here we have a beautiful piece of spruce from Valpusteria, although I primarily use the famous spruce from Val di Fiemme, also used by Stradivarius for his violins. The spruce has the technical characteristics of weight and elasticity suitable really to amplify the string's vibrations and to make it come to our ears in a more detailed, warm, and harmonious way. This is a block of wood that I'm going to use for a semi-acoustic guitar, an archtop. So it will be carved by hand with gouges with the same technique that is used for any stringed instrument such as violas, violins, and cello. Maple could also be used as a wood for back, sides, and become a playtop. But I usually prefer a range of the rosewood family. I find them warmer, both acoustically and aesthetically. Specifically, here we are looking at a wonderful piece of Madagascar rosewood. That having been spliced like a book creates a veining that I consider a work of art in itself. The soundboard is spruce, in this case a male Val di Fiemme spruce. This is the first draft of the handle of an acoustic guitar. It's part of the instrument that I think is too often underestimated. Well, in my opinion, it has to be the part that needs to forge an almost carnal bond with the musician. If the musician has a particular connection with the shape and the surface of the neck, it is very possible that he will find in this instrument his companion for life. I much prefer to use pieces of wood in a single block, so starting with pieces of this size in order to create a handle without gluing. Starting from the handle and the neck. I like this for two reasons. First, I think that aesthetically, looking at the wood grain, Starting at the beginning and finishing at the end, it's almost like its own drawing. And it's definitely more charming. I think that from an acoustic point of view, a block of wood that grew for tens or hundreds of years, as one solid piece, is able to transmit the sound far better than pieces that are glued together. The first sound of a newborn. This is the instrument to which I've dedicated the last year of my work. It has been a long and complicated job, but one of great satisfaction. This on my right is the finished product. What I hope is that you will be able to hear it being played at some beautiful concert, and that it will give you even just 1/10 of the emotions that I felt in building it.